And off we go from Denver. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. First play, and Purdy wants to throw it. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Purdy's throw here caught by Mims. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys that have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week, but they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 13. On play action, they'll throw. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Are the numbers on the ground for Pacheco last week? 10 carries, 53 yards.
Well, obviously he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
Well, you look at this Bronco defense. And they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. The Chiefs at 13-2 on the year. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run again with Hood. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. These two teams met in Kansas City earlier this season with the Chiefs winning that ball game. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Denver. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. He's got his target. That's complete. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. And Xavier Worthy adding to his NFL record in touchdowns. And the Chiefs put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They'll fake the jet sweep and instead give up the middle to Williams. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Up the middle, it's Williams. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. He's on his way. Javonte Williams. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Javonte Williams. His 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground. And he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And right now they're in that number 2 spot. They would love to hold on to that, but obviously first things first. They want to clinch the division.
And that's what everyone plays for. Win your division first, guarantees you a spot in the playoffs. But still, a nice spot to be in. Not as good as it was when the number 2 seed meant a first-round bye. That's all changed with the new playoff system. But still, a nice spot to be in.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 7-7, our score after one. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
If there's one thing they aren't lacking in, it's confidence. They took a big and maybe unnecessary risk going for that fourth down. He put them on his shoulders, though, and paid off the big-time gamble.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
They run here with Hood. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
This ball taken in here by Brooks. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation, it doesn't.
First half.
I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for the risk here? I would not have done that. My only explanation is this coach, he may want to be up here in the booth with us. We may have a 3-man booth starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
From the 46, here's second down and 3. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. He's to the 15. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Denver's offense now set to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Purdy's throw taken in by London. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Throwing here, Purdy. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 7. On the counter, here's Williams. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Play action. Now Purdy.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Kenny Clark coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 5.
Now Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
This is Hood on the ground, and he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now Mahomes. That's pulled in by Brooks.
And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 42. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's got it at the 15. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
That is caught at the 7.
And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now they send a man in motion right.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Point after try forthcoming. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Broncos going to get one more possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up this week.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Mahomes now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Hood. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 16 more on that one and another 1st down. On the carry, it's Hood. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
They'll send a tight end in motion right. They go play fake. Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And the division title, that's out of reach. We know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to get. That first wild card. And Williams loses the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
2nd down and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Hood. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On 1st down, Hood. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. 2nd and 9. Up the middle they go. Hood. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Out is Jake Bates to try the field goal. This is a 26-yard attempt. Bates' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Purdy. Into the hands of London. And, oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Purdy. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And that one results in 35 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 37-yard line. Shotgun now with Purdy. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 5. Purdy off the play fake. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 19. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Purdy sets up to throw again. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Back to throw, Purdy. Finds Dulcich out left side. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Williams.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Call it a loss of 8 there, and it's going to lead to a 4th down. 4th and goal.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. This whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down.
89 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
They'll run on 1st down.
Hood. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. They work now on 2nd and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hood. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd down, Hood. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they turn to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
This is 2nd and 8.
Now a handoff up the middle. Hood. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming out.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Got his man, it's Dulcich.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Purdy now on 2nd down. He'll drop this down to Williams.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
On 1st down, it's Purdy.
Able to shake him off. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Here's Purdy. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Broncos get a bit closer. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent. Well, these defensive backs have been getting torched all game long, and finally, a small measure of revenge here. That time the coverage downfield is excellent, and they're right there to battle for the football and force the incomplete pass.
He finds his man complete. It's Brooks. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big fourth quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So this one in the win column.